Flo?
Thank you, Dave. Well, nearly 40 years ago, Lori Bacon's mother started Swimco as a mail order company because she couldn't find proper suits for her children's swim team. Over the past 30 years, Lori has helped expand the business, and now it's Western Canada's leading swimwear retailer. Lori will be speaking at the Young Women of Influence series tomorrow night, but she stopped by to give us a preview this morning. Hi, Lori.
Hello, Tara.
Well, you know what? This is interesting because we've featured Swimco a number of times on this show, but I didn't know that this is how it started. That's a really interesting story.
I know a lot of people are really surprised that it was because I joined a swim team partway through the year and I couldn't match. I couldn't get the suit. And if you think back at that time frame, you couldn't buy swimwear anywhere in the winter time.
Right.
So the Bay didn't have it. We didn't have a Sport Check, any of those kinds of stores. So my mom sort of stumbled into it and felt really badly for me that I didn't match. And I didn't really notice that, but I found out about that a couple years ago. She felt so badly that that's what she did and searched out a line of swimwear and found a void. So she became an equipment manager, and that was a hobby.
Yeah.
And Swimco, the name Swimco is actually swim for swimwear and co for Corrine, because that's her first name. So it started as she just sort of stumbled into it, and there was a huge need out there.
What kind of business acumen did she have? Was she...
You know, today we'd go, oh, what an entrepreneur, which she was.
Yeah.
But that word really wasn't even used. And she was a mom that had kids in school and wanted something to keep her busy. She had graduated from U of S, but, you know, worked in the oil business until she had children. So she just sort of learned as she went. And that's basically what we've done over the last 40 years, is learned as we go.
Right, well, especially for a series like this where you're speaking to a lot of women who are looking, I mean, that's a really good lesson within itself. She found a gap in the marketplace.
Exactly.
And she filled it. Let's talk about how you got into it, because I understand you got your Bachelor of Commerce, but you were not particularly going to take over this business.
No, this was nothing I was interested in, and it wasn't until she had very few people. She had one other lady that worked with her part-time, so she wanted a holiday in the summer, well-deserved, and asked me if I'd step in while she went on holidays. And I found I loved it. And, you know, just how much should I order? How much will I sell? How much can I sell? What do we need? Unpacking new shipments. And there's just so much to it. And I said, okay, well, give it a go, and didn't think too much of it, but never thought I would be here almost 35 years later and would have done that as my career. That it just sort of happened.
Well, because it is one thing to start a business, it's another thing to keep a business afloat for this long.
Right.
If somebody were to ask you what sort of some of the keys to success or to sustaining a business like this, what would you say?
Well, all along we've always looked for opportunities, and you know, we were excited about what we were doing. We loved water, we loved swimming, we loved the beach. It all sort of fell in. There was a need and a love on our behalf of the product. And so, you know, the market, as it evolved, we evolved. So when we felt we needed fashion swimwear, we started getting into that. That led to our first retail store. And that was because people were trying to go to Hawaii again in the winter and couldn't get a suit. So we are always looking for opportunities, and opportunities came our way as well. So it's about looking around you, and I'd have to say one of the biggest things is there's always obstacles or challenges. But those really stop and make you think. They're a good thing, because that almost can push you into another direction that you might not have thought of if an obstacle hadn't come up.
So don't let it stop. Maybe take a little veer to a different direction if you need to. Customer service, I have to say, is impeccable at Swimco. If you want to learn more with Swimco's Lori Bacon, head to the West in Calgary tomorrow. It is the Young Women of Influence series from 5:30 to 7:30. More information at breakfasttelevision.ca. Really fascinating stuff. Thank you so much for stopping by today.
Very welcome, Tara. Thank you.